Welcome back to my channel and another girl chat with Cheyanne, where I give you the unfiltered truth on dating, self-love, and mental health. So today I am going to do something a little different. We always talk about red flags in men or like in your dating life, but we don't necessarily talk about red flags in friendships. So today I'm going to tell you 10 red flags to watch out for in friendships and how you can let go of a toxic friend. The first one is that they make you feel insecure. You either can't be your authentic self or it's unaccepted. Their words and their opinions might make you self-conscious, and that's not a good thing in a friendship. You want a friend who makes you confident and who supports you, and not a friend who makes you feel insecure. Red flag number 2. They are friends with your exes and enemies. This for me is hard because you cannot give your friends an ultimatum. I've tried to stay friends with the group even when I've cut off one person of the group, but it never really works out because you can't force someone to take your side. I've had situations where I've cut somebody off, but they're friends with another friend of mine, and I'm completely able to hang out with that friend without even discussing, thinking, being triggered, or hearing gossip about the person I cut off. And that takes emotional maturity, and not everybody can do it. I've lost a friend because the person in the middle couldn't handle the drama on each sides, and they just picked a side, and it wasn't mine. Number 3, they are high maintenance. High maintenance friends demand your constant attention. They're clingy and they're codependent on their friends. A friendship adds on to your life. It is not your entire life. You shouldn't be stuck in bed without your friend. You shouldn't skip class because your friend's not going to be there. Like, you are your own person, and your friends make you feel better when you do see them. Okay? If there's a friendship where you guys are fully involved in each other's lives, personal, emotional, financial, social, you need to recognize that you might actually just be dating your friend. If your friend is constantly demanding your time and space, consider setting some boundaries. And if they disrespect your boundaries, understand that they are dependent on you. Number 4, they don't take your boundaries seriously. They disrespect your physical, emotional, financial, and material boundaries. And if they're upset with you when you enforce your boundaries, just remember that nobody has complete access to you unless you give it to them. And that includes your best friend, your partner, your mom. You're the only person that has total access to your life. Number 5, they belittle you as a joke or for accountability. Cut off people who diminish and minimize your goals and your accomplishments. Surround yourself with people who support you and genuinely want to see you do well. Number 6, they leave you feeling emotionally drained. So this is like anytime you talk to them on the phone, texting them, when you hang out with them, if you like literally feel exhausted, that's not a good sign. So I want you to remove yourself from energy drainers. They are people who always take but never give. And this happens when your friend vents to you too much without checking in on you also. You aren't anybody's emotional punching bag. Maybe your friend is treating you more like a therapist than a friend. Number 7, they encourage your bad habits. They enable you to fall back into bad habits, and they bring out the worst in you. You may start avoiding your responsibilities, partying more, or skipping work. So find friends who have the same mindset as you and who will encourage your healthy behaviors. If you feel like you have to keep up or change who you are just to be friends with somebody, then recognize that as toxicity and realize that they're a bad influence on your life. Number 8, they idolize and mimic you. I had a friend like this, and she was also the codependent clingy friend, and she was like a chameleon. Like, everything I did, she started doing. Always complimented me so much that it was like an obsession. That also was weird, and it wasn't good for my ego, to be honest. It gave me a god complex. So protect yourself from identity vultures and chameleons. You are unique, and it's pretty weird for someone to copy all of your traits. Friends that idolize you are unhealthy, and it just fuels jealousy and competition. And if your friend is taking on your style and your identity, then recognize that they are insecure about their own. Number 9, they lack self-awareness and emotional maturity. So you probably argue frequently and you're the one that's always apologizing. They can't take accountability for their actions and they place blame on everyone except for themselves. You struggle to communicate effectively with them because they lack mature skills. And this leads to emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and victimization. And number 10, they are self-centered. There is little space in the conversation for you, and they never ask about you. They always have something to complain about, and they are solely focused on themselves. Their friends are actually not their priority. Like, they would hang out with their boyfriend over you. You keep trying to set plans with them, but you're just too busy. They're working, they're studying, they're doing everything except trying to be a friend and trying to spend time with you. And you probably find that you are the one trying to make plans more often than they are. And they only talk to you when they need you. Other times, they're just a fair weather friend. And a fair weather friend means that they're around for the good times and they're nowhere to be found for the bad times. So, since I have so much experience in this, I thought I would give you guys some tips on how to cut off a toxic friend, kind of like the do's and don'ts. So, you should explain your feelings authentically and openly. Accept that you're going to get a negative or a dramatic response. Like, know that if you tell anybody that you dislike them and that you don't want to be friends with them, they're going to have a negative reaction. So be prepared for that, but also accept that and listen to it. You have to come in with an open heart because you can't just tell them how you're feeling. You have to also listen to how they feel. Accept that there will be some rifts with your friend group because you can't make people choose sides, and some people just won't pick your side. And don't give your friends ultimatums. Accept that you cannot force change or force your friends to side with you. I hope that if you do notice any of these red flags in your friendships, that you will have the confidence and the strength to have a conversation with them and to consider cutting out that toxic energy that's in your life. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked it and want to see more like it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at ShyJasmineXO. So I'll see you next Monday for another Girl Chat with Cheyanne.
No limit, got that masterpiece. No limit, baby. Give you that black card. No limit. Just know when you roll with a nigga like me, there's no limit, baby.